Global celebrity and Hollywood it girl Kelly Osbourne was the star attraction at Flemington on Derby Day. Sarah got an exclusive one-on-one interview with her.
Kelly Osbourne is here. My goodness, what a ruckus you have created and all this attention. How do you sort of keep yourself together and keep yourself composed?
Well, I've learned the hard way. I've done a couple of things where I've been like smelling my armpits, see if I smell, and then it's ended up in pictures everywhere, or I don't sit with my legs properly closed. But you know, I'm still learning how to sit like a lady, and you know, you never quite get used to the attention, especially when you're a bit insecure like I am. And it's just one of those things where, you know, enjoy it while it lasts, because this kind of stuff is not going to last forever.
You've famously really defended your mother if she's ever been criticised for a weight or anything. You've lost copious amounts of weight. How do you reconcile the fact that people are admiring you for losing weight, and yet it's not about what people look like?
Weight is something that just as quickly as you lose it, like I said with fame, it can come back again. And it's a big enough world to where you can be any shape and any size as long as you look after yourself, as long as you're healthy. And you should never discriminate people for being overweight, because everyone has a different standard of what overweight is, and a lot of the time people can't help it. And it's an emotional thing just as much as it is a physical thing. And when people go around making comments like that, it just makes me think, what kind of a person are you? Like, who are you to say anything? Your opinion doesn't even count for much. My opinion doesn't even count for much, but I know what's wrong and I know what's right, and that's just wrong.
You're close with your parents. You've had a bit of resurgence in fame. You've got your ETV show with the fashion with that crazy Joan Rivers. What do they think about this notoriety you're gaining now?
I mean, sometimes my dad looks at me and he gets all teary-eyed and he's just like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. But you know what? I'm their baby. No matter what I do, they're going to be proud of me. And that's just how parents are. But for me, it's just also exciting, and I really feel like I got a second chance, and I'm not going to mess it up again, if you know what I mean.
So what are the plans? Are you dating anyone at the moment?
I'm not dating anyone, I don't plan it. I'm just focusing on my career. I just wrapped my first movie, and I'm about to start my new one in December, but I can't talk about it yet.
There's some very handsome, tall Australian men around here.
Well, I'll keep my eye out.
Now, what do you think of the fashion that you've seen so far? I know it's been a very damp day.
I haven't seen a lot, but what I have seen, I have to say I'm very impressed, because it's not as old-fashioned as I thought it was going to be. People are quite stylish. But then again, I always think that in Australia, I always find bits of clothing around that I'm like, oh God, I wouldn't find that anywhere else. And it's actually really, really good. They've got some great designers here.
Who are you wearing today? Can you let us know?
I'm wearing Legence and Elias shoes.
How are your siblings?
My brother and my sister are amazing. My brother's just finishing directing and producing a documentary on my father, which basically tells the whole story of his life, from all different perspectives, from people that admire and love my father to people who really don't like my father but have been a part of his life. And it's all this stuff that has never been on the show and never been in his book. So it's really interesting and quite beautiful to see. And I'm so proud of him. He's done so well. And he just directed my dad's music video. And he's doing, like, me, it's so weird. Me and my brother have got even closer than we ever were. And now, you know, he's like my little shoulder to cry on. I'm like, Jack.
It's a delight to speak with you. Thank you so much for taking all the time.
Thank you. It was very nice to meet you.
Do you think
Great
job, Sue. Do you think the lady right beside her was like holding the time, because you get like 4 minutes with Kelly Osbourne or something, so...
Cut in the background.
And it was quite intimate for having a lot of people around. She talked quite...
Did a good job too.
Now, I've been